Hey guys, I'm Micah from Coaster Frenzy, and today I have another coaster war for you. Today it is going to be Anaconda versus Carolina Cyclone. One located at King's Dominion and one located at Carowinds. These are two very familiar and iconic aero loopers. One of them has been heard of as one of the worst aero loopers. One of them has been known as one of the better ones, but today I will be determining which one is better, and I already know which one I prefer, but let's just get right into this. So first up, we have the smoothness category. Now, aero loopers aren't known for being the smoothest rides. However, these two aren't terrible with this category. Anaconda is known to be the more rough coaster, and I have to agree with that. However, it's not terribly rough. It's just kind of bumpy and headbanging here and there. But so is Carolina Cyclone. However, I'm giving this slight edge to Carolina Cyclone because I found it to be a tad smoother and it didn't bang your head as much. However, it is very close when it comes to this category. Alright, next up we have the intensity category, and this is Anaconda's strong point. This is a very intense ride. If you are sitting in the back row, you are going to pull some serious G's. Even in the front row, it hauls you into that loop. The corkscrews are very insane, and it's just an overall very intense ride. However, that being said, it still is kind of painful. Carolina Cyclone, on the other hand, is kind of intense, but it's also kind of not. There is a helix, a mid-helix, that is very forceful, but I'm still going to give the slight edge this time to Anaconda because it is an overall more intense ride, and I found it to be way more forceful. Alright, next up we have the theming category, and neither one of these coasters are good in this category because neither one of them really have any theming. Anaconda has absolutely no theming. There's the sign and that's it. Maybe you could count it as being over the lake, but no, that's not really theming at all. Carolina Cyclone, I guess you could say there is some theming. The station looks like it was torn up by a cyclone or a tornado or something, but that's all you're going to see. So I am going to be giving the edge to Carolina Cyclone this point because at least the shed looks like it was torn by a cyclone. With Anaconda, there's no theming at all. Next up, we're going to talk about inversions. Both of these coasters have 4 inversions. They both have 2 corkscrews, at least 1 loop. Then the other inversion for each of them, Anaconda actually has an Immelman, and Carolina Cyclone just has an extra loop. However, I found Carolina Cyclone's inversions to be smoother and more enjoyable. However, Anaconda's inversions were way more intense and they forced you over them harder, which is why I liked them so much. And this is hard because they're almost equal in how much I like them. But yes, I am going to be giving the edge to Anaconda for the inversions category. Now, you may think I'm hating on Carolina Cyclone, and I'm not. Carolina Cyclone had more enjoyable inversions, but I prefer the more intense elements, and that's what Anaconda brought. Now it's time for the overall score, and this is a tough one because I almost like both of these coasters about equally. Anaconda is going to be the more rough coaster, however, it isn't terribly rough, and it's going to give a more insane ride in my opinion. Carolina Cyclone, on the other hand, may not be as intense, but it's going to give a more enjoyable ride, and I like them both, but there can only be one winner, and for this round, I chose Anaconda as the superior coaster. And the reason why is because I found it to be a more insane and larger ride. It has a longer layout, it has more intense inversions, and in the back row at night, this thing is insane, and it's not as rough or as bad as some people say it is. And would I say it's re-rideable? No, it's not that kind of coaster, but it's still not as bad as people say it is, and that is why I've chosen Anaconda as the winner of this coaster war.